Honourable Ministers of the Melanesian Spearhead Group, in particular the Minister for Commerce of the Solomon Islands, Mr. Elijah Doro, the member of FLNKS Political Bureau and Head of Delegation, Jean Cronier, and our own Minister for Trade, the Attorney General, the Minister for Women, Mrs. Chico Luveni, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Your Excellencies, the Ambassadors and High Commissioners, the representative of the United Nations Development Program, the representative of the Pacific Islands Private Sector Organization, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of the MSG business community, permanent secretaries and senior government officials of the MSG region, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Nisam Bulavinaka, Salam Alaikum, Namaste. On behalf of Fiji and the Fijian people, it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the inaugural Melanesian Spearhead Group Investment Roadshow and Trade Fair. Fiji is honored to be hosting this event, the first of its kind for the MSG, and we look forward to it becoming an annual fixture when it travels to Papua New Guinea next year. Ladies and gentlemen, the MSG has celebrated several firsts recently. Last year, the region took the first steps to put in place a skills movement scheme allowing for free movement of skilled labor between countries. In May, Fiji hosted the first meeting of MSG trade ministers. Of course, these firsts build on one of the MSG's most notable achievements, the MSG Trade Agreement, which is breaking down trade barriers between our countries and providing the foundation for growth. The remarkable progress of the last couple of years is not only a noteworthy accomplishment in its own right, but also clearly signals the clear direction where the MSG is headed and the creation of a single market. This bold vision shared by our countries has the potential to unlock new avenues of wealth and prosperity for our peoples, to lift up our economies and to create untold opportunities for trade and investment. The road to economic union will not be without its share of challenges, but I have no doubt that the nations of the MSG are more than equal to the test. The spirit of cooperation runs deep, for it is the Melanesian way, indeed the Pacific way. In the MSG, we believe that by working together, we can come up with our own ideas, forge our own partnerships, and arrive at our own solutions. We understand that the long-term stability and prosperity of the region lies in close collaboration and partnership between our governments and between our private sectors. In fact, we are gathered at the dawn of a deeply significant moment for the Pacific. On Monday, Fiji will host the very first meeting of the Pacific Islands Development Forum. 23 Pacific nations and 10 foreign countries with observer status will convene to discuss and debate the issues that are relevant to us in the spirit of Pacific Union. But today, we mark another important moment of regional cooperation and collaboration. The MSG Investment Roadshow and Trade Fair is an unprecedented gathering of representatives from our own country's private sectors and governments, meeting to identify and address opportunities to develop and strengthen relationships, to highlight trade barriers and propose practical solutions. The timing is right. Trade in the region is on the rise. To give you an example, Fiji's trade with Pacific Island countries has increased from less than 1% of total trade in 2000 to 8% in 2012. Exports to Pacific Island countries comprise 22% of Fiji's total, representing the largest market for Fiji, even bigger than Australia. But this is only the beginning. The potential for future growth in trade amongst the Pacific Island nations is enormous. If we ask, how can this growth be achieved? One answer stands out: a strong, integrated MSG at the heart of a strong, integrated Pacific. And we would not be alone in this estimation. The countries of the region are becoming increasingly aware of the MSG's potential to drive growth in the Pacific. Together, we have all the right ingredients: the resources, the skills, the knowledge, and a strong manufacturing base. The MSG region constitutes 98.8% of the total landmass in the Pacific region, 30.3% of the Pacific's exclusive economic zone, and 87% of the total Pacific population. Fiji, Papua New Guinea, and Vanuatu are already trading duty-free on MSG-produced goods under the MSG trade agreement. This represents a combined market of more than 8 million people. The potential benefits are undeniable for our nations, our peoples, for strengthening our relationship for our neighbors and friends, and for investors. But there is more. The MSG trade agreement is now looking at new areas for trade that includes services and government procurement. Ladies and gentlemen, over its 25 years history, the Melanesian Spearhead Group has become a strong and cohesive regional bloc. Since its birth in 1988, the MSG has made great strides in a wide range of areas: politics, security, policing, transport, the environment, climate change, and sustainable development, to name but a few. And now, as regional integration deepens, it is becoming a vibrant economic grouping and with immense potential. This brings me back to today. The Trade and Investment Seminar will begin with discussions between the relevant agencies and the private sector on various trade and investment opportunities. Specifically, the discussions will focus on new investors, how new investors can take advantage of these opportunities, and how governments can help remove impediments. This is a very important topic, and I wish you well in your deliberations. This seminar will be followed by a 3-day trade fair that will be held from the 5th to the 7th of August here at the Sheraton, Fiji, and to run concurrently with the Pacific Islands Development Forum. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, the United Nations Development Program and the Pacific Islands Private Sector Organization, and for their kind and timely financial support for this event. And of course, our thanks go as well to the MSG Secretariat for their hard work and effort. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to officially welcome all Pacific Island neighbor countries to Fiji. And in doing so, I also take the pleasure to declare the Trade and Investment Seminar open. Thank you. Vinakabakalevu, Shukriya, Bahut, Dynavad.